So Beverly, now that we've completed this agency brochure, I want to talk to you about the next document, which is the buyer's representation agreement. So in this agreement, what we're talking about is how I'm going to represent you and do my very best to make sure that your transaction not only goes smoothly, but that we don't have any hiccups or any issues throughout the process. That's why you're hiring me, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the first thing is, you'll notice that I have my broker is Rita Connor, and you'll also notice that right here I checked that we're looking at residential properties, and I noted that we are going to do all of Idaho. The reason we're going to do all of Idaho is because I can sell homes anywhere in Idaho. Sound good to you?
Mm-hmm.
So it doesn't matter. I know that you just want to stay in Ada County, but if you decide that you want to go outside of Ada County, then we don't have an issue. I set it for 6 months, but I bet we'll find your home in less than 1 month. But it does take 30 days to close. So this agreement will go just a little bit longer than that. And so that is the term of the agreement. Do you have any questions for me yet? Okay, let's go to the next slide. Now remember in the agency brochure we talked about the different types of agency. So this line and this line is where you determine what kind of agency you would like. Now after I explained it, were you comfortable with limited dual?
Yeah.
Okay, so if you're comfortable with limited dual, I'm going to have you just initial right here, and then we're going to move on and initial the bottom of this document. And you know, there's a lot of legal language in this, and I always say it's good reading. It's like a dictionary for you if you don't know what non-discrimination is, but I promise you I won't discriminate. So there's a lot of those types of terms. And then the next thing is the compensation. Now remember I told you you would never pay my fee because the seller's going to pay my fee.
Mm-hmm.
But let's say we ran onto a deal that was like an unbelievable deal and the seller's only paying 2% of my commission, but if you bought this house, it would still be an incredible deal if you had to pay me 1%. Are you willing to do that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, if you're willing to do that, I would work with you for the 2% here, and then you pay me at closing the other 1%. But honestly, I've done this a long time, and that's never happened. But just so you're aware up front, I want you to be very clear on how it would work. Now, some people wonder why I'd want you to sign this up front. So I'm just going to tell you, Beverly, this is my livelihood. This is what I do for a living. So in the past, when I was new, I didn't know the ins and outs of real estate, and I worked really hard with some clients, and I maybe worked with them 6 months or a year, drove them all over the valley, and then they bought with another